Imagine buying a house. You wouldn't just move in and forget about it, right? You'd clean, maintain, and fix things when they break to keep everything in top shape. Well, your website works the same way. Without regular care and maintenance, even the best website can slow down, break, or stop working altogether. But don't worry, in this video, I'll walk you through an easy step-by-step maintenance guide that anyone can follow. Hey there everyone, I'm Simon from SiteGround, and in this video I'll break down everything about maintaining a WordPress website in a simple, beginner-friendly way. No tech jargon, I promise. From weekly checkups to quarterly ones, we'll cover all the critical website maintenance tasks to keep your site secure, fast, functional, and looking great. If that sounds good to you, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon so you never miss a helpful tutorial. Why maintaining a website is critical. So you're probably wondering what website maintenance actually is and why it's important. Think of it as the regular care your site needs to run normally. It's about keeping everything up to date, fixing problems before they get out of control, and ensuring your visitors have the best user experience. With proper and regular website maintenance, you'll ensure security and stability for your website, optimal performance and speed, smooth operation and functionality for your visitors, protection of website content and data, and of course, peace of mind. How to maintain a WordPress website. A complete checklist. Maintaining a WordPress website might seem overwhelming and time-consuming. To make it easier for you, we've broken down all the WordPress website maintenance tasks into actionable weekly, monthly, and quarterly checklists so you always know what to do and when to do it. Weekly tasks. These won't take much of your time, but they're crucial for keeping your website running smoothly and avoiding bigger issues down the road. Ensure regular backups. Okay, your first maintenance task, backing up your website regularly. This is the most important one because backups are your ultimate safety measure for keeping your site secure and running. If something goes wrong, a failed update, a change that didn't go as planned, or even a site crash, a recent backup can save the day. There are two main ways to back up your website. Manual backups, where you log in into your hosting account, download your site's files via an FTP, and store them somewhere securely. And then there are automated backups, which are easier and more reliable. These can be set up with third-party plugins or through your hosting provider. Check for WordPress core, theme, and plugin updates. Outdated plugins, themes, or WordPress core software can expose your website to serious vulnerabilities, making it an easy target for security breaches. That's why developers frequently release updates including security patches, performance improvement, and new features to keep your website safe and running normally. Keeping your website updated is one of the most important website maintenance tasks. An updated website isn't just safer, it also performs better, loads faster, and leaves a great impression on your visitors. So make sure you get this task done every week. To check for available updates, simply go to your WordPress dashboard and click the Updates menu in the left column. Note that some web hosts spare you the task of updating WordPress. At SiteGround, for example, we update all WordPress installations automatically for our clients, and we also give you the option to enable plugin auto updates too. Check for broken links and error pages. Okay, moving on to the next step of your website maintenance checklist, which is about regularly scanning for broken links on your website and fixing them. Broken links and error pages can harm your website's user experience and hurt your SEO performance, so it's key to monitor for these every week and prevent this from happening. These issues often happen when a page's URL is changed without setting up a proper redirect, or when a missing file, such as an image, causes an error. As a result, visitors trying to access those pages may encounter 404 not found error messages, which can be frustrating and will probably even drive them away from your website. To see the different ways to easily fix such pages, check out our detailed tutorial and video guide, which we'll leave in the description below. Optimize your database. Optimizing your website's database is another maintenance task that will help you keep everything running smoothly. Over time, your database can accumulate unnecessary data, such as old revisions, multiple records, or unused tables, which can slow down your website. Even if you don't notice an immediate performance boost, cleaning up your website's database will help maintain the speed and efficiency in the long run. This is particularly important for e-commerce sites where large amounts of data from products, orders, and customer information can build up. An optimized database ensures your site stays fast and responsive even as it grows. To clean up your database, you can install a plugin of your choice. That said, we highly recommend using the SiteGround Optimizer plugin linked in the description below, as it makes the job so easy. Just enable the Schedule Database Maintenance option under the Environment Optimization tab, and it will automatically keep your database in top shape. Respond to comments and form entries. The next step in your weekly website maintenance routine is to check and respond to comments or form entries on your site. Even though it may seem like an obvious task, many people overlook it due to multitasking or having too many other responsibilities. Whether it's a blog comment, a question on a product page, or an inquiry submitted through a contact form, staying on top of these interactions is important so that you can maintain a professional and user-friendly website. Replying promptly to commenting inquiries shows your visitors that you value their opinion and care about their experience. Making this a consistent weekly habit, you ensure that no interaction is missed. Plus, it helps you moderate your site, filtering out spam or inappropriate content in order to keep it clean and engaging. Check your WordPress logs. The next task on your maintenance checklist is monitoring your website activity logs, especially if you're working with designers, developers, freelancers, or content creators. These logs show you the recent activity on your website, which is useful in case something goes wrong. Mistakes, miscommunication, or unintentional changes can happen, and checking the logs helps you catch and fix them quickly. To make it easy, you can use a plugin like the Security Optimizer. It keeps a log of all activity events of your website for the past 12 days. This includes human visits, bot crawls, registered user activity, login attempts, and more. By monitoring the activity log, you can better understand your site's traffic and spot any suspicious behavior or unusual activities. Monthly tasks. These are just as important as the weekly ones, but since they address less frequent issues, they only need to be done once or twice a month. Change WordPress admin password. Changing your WordPress credentials regularly is one of the most neglected yet necessary steps in website security. Many people skip this task, but updating your WordPress admin password is an effective way to protect your sites from unauthorized access and potential attacks. When updating your credentials, make sure to use a unique, long, and complex password. You'd be surprised how many people still rely on predictable credentials like password or 123456 for their admin login details. These are at the top of the list for any brute force attack and can be guessed in seconds. Updating your password doesn't take much time. Simply go to your WordPress dashboard, hover over your site username, click Edit Profile, scroll down, and click Set New Password. Then update your profile to save the new password. Don't stop with just your own login. If you have other users with access to your site, make sure that they update their passwords too. This simple step ensures all your accounts connected to your site remain secure, and it reduces the risk of breaches. Test browser compatibility. Once a month, it's also a good idea to check how your WordPress site looks and performs across most popular web browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Opera. Browsers can interpret website code differently, and a feature that works perfectly in one might not function as expected in another. So test your site on these platforms to ensure that all your visitors, no matter which browser they use, have a consistent and smooth experience. Test forms and site features. Okay, let's move on to the next task of your monthly maintenance list: testing your site's interactive features. Forms are one of the primary ways visitors engage with your WordPress site, whether they're reaching out through contact forms, signing up for subscriptions, or trying to capture leads. Imagine potential clients or customers attempting to connect with you only to be met with a malfunctioning form and submission process. This not only frustrates visitors, but can directly impact your business opportunities. A broken form can be a silent business killer, so don't forget to test if they're working flawlessly at least once a month. Doing thorough testing of interactive features becomes even more critical for online stores. For example, the checkout process is the lifeblood of e-commerce sites. So take the time to meticulously walk through every steps, from adding items to your cart to completing the final payment. Even the smallest glitch in this process can mean the difference between the successful sale and a frustrated customer. Problems in critical elements like these can drive away potential customers and leads. Analyze website speed. Another recommendation for your website maintenance routine is to analyze your website speed. A site that takes longer than 2 seconds to load is already considered slow and could drive away visitors. Regular speed checks can help you identify and resolve any performance issues before they impact the user experience and your SEO performance. You can easily check website speed with various online tools like Pingdom, GTmetrix, or Google PageSpeed Insight. If you decide to use the Speed Optimizer plugin, you can check your website's loading time conveniently within the plugin. In case you find your website needs improvement in terms of speed, don't worry, we've got you covered with our comprehensive video tutorial on how to make your site blazing fast. I'll leave it in the description below. Quarterly tasks. Check off these tasks every few months to ensure your site's always optimized and performs well in the long run. Optimize your images. Images are often the largest files on your website, and if they're not optimized, they can slow down your website significantly. By compressing and resizing images, you can drastically improve your site's loading speed. You can also free up disk space by removing broken or unnecessary images that are no longer needed. To compress your images automatically, I again recommend using the Speed Optimizer plugin. This saves you from the tedious tasks of manually optimizing each and every image. Notice how an image with high compression looks just as sharp and clear as the original. And here's another pro tip. When uploading new images, consider using the modern WebP format. It reduces the size of standard formats like PNG and JPEG without compromising quality. Delete unused themes and plugins. Unused WordPress themes and plugins might seem harmless, but they can actually weigh down your website in more ways than one. They can take up space, can slow down your website, and most importantly, create potential security risks, especially if they no longer receive updates or security patches. Cleaning them up is quick and straightforward. Here's how. Head to your WordPress dashboard and navigate to the plugins or to the Appearance Themes section. Take a moment to review which plugins and installed themes you're actively using and which ones are just collecting dust. Deleting unused themes and plugins will keep your WordPress site clean, fast, and safe from the unnecessary risks. Audit and update your content. Think of this as the next step, giving your website a much needed tune-up. Over time, content can get outdated, clutter can build up, and things might stop working as smoothly as they should. That's why every few months it's worth rolling up your sleeves and reviewing your site for anything that's no longer useful or relevant. Here's your checklist. Update outdated information. Spot old blog posts, announcements, or pages that no longer make sense and either update or remove them. Review your keywords and check if the keywords on your website are still relevant. If not, update them to match how people are searching today. Your visitors and search engines will thank you. Revamp top performing content. Regularly update your most visited articles to keep them fresh, to add new stats and better examples, or go to improve their visuals to keep them engaging. Remove duplicate content. Simplify your site by merging overlapping pages and removing anything that doesn't add value. Perform an SEO audit. Okay, so task number 3 in your quarterly maintenance is performing an SEO audit. Search engines like Google are constantly updating their algorithms, so reviewing your site in terms of SEO every few months is a smart move. This helps ensure your site is performing well in search results and reaching the audience it's actually meant for. It's about meeting search intent, which means delivering exactly what users are looking for when they search for specific terms. Here are some of the must-do steps you should do when performing an SEO audit. Set up or review Google Search Console. If you don't already have Google Search Console, set it up. It's a must-have for tracking your site's performance in search results. If you already use it, check for any errors like crawl issues or mobile usability problems. Analyze your keywords. If you haven't analyzed your keywords as part of your content update checklist, don't skip doing it now. Check the search intent behind those keywords. Are users looking for information, a product, or a solution? Adjust your content to align with what they expect to find. Third, optimize your internal linking. Pay attention to your internal linking. Regularly add links from older content to your newer posts and vice versa. This not only helps search engines crawl your site more effectively, but also improves the user experience by guiding readers to related topics that might be useful to them. Also, conduct a comprehensive link audit to identify and repair any broken internal or external links that might frustrate visitors or confuse search engine crawlers. 4. Review your meta tags and descriptions. Review every page's meta description and title tag. Ensure they accurately reflect the page content, include relevant keywords, and are compelling enough to drive clicks. These are the first elements users see in search results, so make them count. 5th, on-page SEO. Check your page structure and content optimization. Carefully review your header tags, ensuring H1, H2, and other headers are used properly and incorporate relevant keywords naturally. Analyze your page content to confirm that the target keywords are integrated, avoiding keyword stuffing while maintaining readability. Pay special attention to image optimization. Check for missing alt tags and large image files that might be slowing down your page load times. 6th, content gap analysis. Conduct a content gap analysis to stay ahead of the competition. Identify keyword opportunities and topics that your competitors are covering but you might be missing. This will help you create valuable and meaningful content that will potentially capture a new audience and customers and improve your overall search visibility. 7. Technical SEO tasks. If you'd like to dive deeper into SEO, here are some technical maintenance tasks you could add to your list. Use tools like Screaming Frog or Google Search Console to ensure your site is fully accessible to search engines, identifying and resolving any crawl errors that might be hiding. Additionally, examine Google Search Console to verify page indexing, addressing issues like duplicate content, non-indexed pages, or thin content that could be dragging down your search ranking. Also, if you haven't already, implement schema markup, a code snippet that helps Google learn more about your website easily. This will allow search engines to understand your content and potentially assist you in getting higher results in page rankings. Check for Google algorithm updates. Stay informed about any updates or changes Google has made to its algorithm. These updates can significantly impact your rankings, so regularly monitoring for news and adjusting your site accordingly is crucial. You can follow Google Search Center on Twitter for official updates, set a Google alert for the phrase Google algorithm update, or follow relevant SEO blogs and news sites. If you're just starting out with SEO and all of this sounds unfamiliar or complex, don't worry. Check out our handy SEO guide for beginners to get started with the basics. And for those ready to explore the technical aspects, read our 9-step technical SEO checklist for actionable insights. You'll find the links to both resources in the description below. Usability Audit. Along with an SEO audit, it's useful to also conduct a usability audit every few months so that you can be sure that your site's user-friendly, enjoyable to use, and easy to navigate. Start by reviewing visitor engagement metrics like average time on page and bounce rate to see how users interact with your website. If these metrics are unfamiliar to you, perhaps having a video on the topic would be helpful. Should we create one? Let us know in the comments below. Next, check if your navigation is intuitive. Can visitors find what they're looking for easily? Do they always know where they are on your website? Put yourself in your visitor's shoes to identify areas for improvement in the user journey. Also, evaluate your site's design and functionality. Check if the clickable elements are clearly distinguishable. Can users achieve their goals quickly? Also, confirm that your content and layout cater to your audience's preferences and that returning users can easily re-engage with your site. Usability audits improve both SEO and user experience as search engines increasingly prioritize seamless, intuitive sites, so don't skip this task. I hope that these tips will help you manage your website maintenance easily. However, there are times when bringing in a professional is a smarter choice. If you're facing complex technical issues like fixing critical errors, resolving coding issues, or optimizing server configurations, it's best to leave these to a professional. Similarly, if your schedule is packed and you struggle to find time for regular maintenance, hiring a professional is a smart decision, allowing you to focus on other priorities. Thank you for sticking around until the end. I hope these WordPress maintenance tips make your website care routine easier and more organized. Stay consistent with updates and schedule these tasks in your calendar to guarantee that your WordPress site remains secure, lightning fast, and optimized. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more tutorials, and post your questions about website maintenance in the comments below.